Hey everybody, welcome back. So today we have Uchiha Madara, 10 Tails Jinchuuriki. So it's, he's got the orbs flying around him. I couldn't fit in his staff because it was sort of too far over the other side of the page. But I got it, shoulders, head, and his hair and stuff like that. So fit as much as I could. So we're just up top half of our page and we're going to start with the right eyelid. And yeah, let's go. So we're just a little bit above the center point. So up a bit over to the right. Landscape orientation page. I don't know if I said that already. Use a pencil. Definitely hit pause if I go too fast. So right eyelid. So let's go. So we're going to curve it up and over like so. And then we'll bring it down around underneath like so. So inside here, then we have the Rinnegan, right? So we got a pupil right in the middle, just there like that, okay? And then around that we have those circles, right? So we do one coming around first, kind of like if it was his iris, just like a sort of a circle coming around like that. And then around that iris, we have more lines. So we just have like concentric sort of circles. So like one coming around. It's pretty hard to do with a Sharpie. But you should be using a pencil, so it'll be a bit easier for you. It's just like a circle coming around. And then there'll be kind of concentric lines. They won't be full circles out on the edge, because they go underneath his eyelid like that. So they just kind of disappear underneath his eyelids. Something like that anyway. So his other eye then, we're about eye distance over, so whatever the width of his eye is, you leave that space and then we go up the other side. So we bring it up and across, curve it over, kind of like this side, and then we bring it down and around underneath here for his bottom eyelid, like so. And then we do the same thing inside. So we have a pupil, just there. And then we go around for like a small iris. Bring it around, and then we attempt to go around for the next layer, like so, and then concentric sort of lines just here, coming around like so. So then he has kind of bags under his eyes, so like just lines like under here, so like just like this, okay? And then, so he has his eyebrows go underneath his headband, but it's like a bone that's like growing out of his face. So it's not really a headband, but it starts just over here. It comes up and goes across this eyebrow, or should I say eyelash line, comes across like so, and goes all the way across to here, right? So you join these up like that. So with a curved line coming across the top of his head, right? Like so. And then his eyebrows, so we go tick up underneath his headband, both sides, like that, okay? And then you can add another line just on the other side, just to show the colored section or the gray section of his eyebrow. And then a line down just here for his nose, okay? So his nostrils are just here. Simple enough sort of line. And his mouth just underneath, so serious, sort of downturned mouth. You know, nothing major, just kind of like that. And then his bottom lip underneath, just here. Right, so his chin, just down here, curves around like that. So you can check your proportions now. So his nose, this distance, is about the same distance from here. So eyes to nose to nostrils there. Say the middle of his eye to his nostrils is about the same as the nostrils to maybe his chin. Just here. Approximately. And then his bottom lip is about halfway between his nose and his chin. There to there, about the same. So here to here is about the same as here to here. And this are about the same. So once you get your proportions in the right place, we'll go up the side for his jaw. Right? And you'll do the same thing up this side. Like so. And about, say, nose level just here, we're going to change direction and go up like so. And we'll do that on this side as well. So jawline up there. And he has a sideburn on one side or two sides? Two sides. So it kind of comes down from here on this side and goes up around his ear, just there. And then it comes out from his hair, just there. Like so. Right, so then we have an ear just in here, curves down, coming out from the headband, down under there like that. It's just above his nose. So his head is probably tilted a little bit in this picture. That's why they're not in a line with his nose. Usually the ears would be lower down. And then we have bones and ligaments inside there. Like this kind of thing. Like so. And then the ear on the other side, just coming out from, say, this side of his headband. I'm calling it a headband, but it's not really a headband. Out and down. Like so. And then bones and ligaments inside, kind of like the other side. Like so. Okay, so we'll finish this spiking headband of his. Up to a spike up about here and then come back down. So you're about the same sort of length of his face, like again. That's how high up the spike will go. Maybe a little bit more even. So like from here to there. And then he has kind of a horn sticking out here. Up and down like that. Kind of looks like a candle flame. And then we have some lines on it like that. And then it has another edge line coming around. Like so. And it's got some texture lines on it like this kind of thing. Just there. And some back here. And the headband joins there. Yeah. Right, so his hair is like all behind his shoulders. So we'll do his neck and shoulders first, and then we'll do the hair because it like comes down behind it. So right, neck, just here, like so. And he's got a V just for his costume here. So it comes down like so. Back up this way. And then we have some collarbones. And some neck muscle lines. Like one on that way, one on that way. And then so shoulder, so we bump it out like this, right? So this is like part of the front of his costume, right? So it like bumps like so, like this. So there's like a purple section that comes across. So it like goes this way, like so, and then this side will go into there, and we have another line going off that way. Okay. And then this shoulder will come down like so, maybe bump out for his clothes just there, and then this shoulder comes out like this, and this one's holding his staff, but his staff is way off my page, so it comes out a bit further like this. Off the page that way, okay? And then a line for his body just here, line for his body there. And then we have shoulder line and texture lines for his clothes here, and another inside armpit line on this one because the arm is like sticking off this way. Line for his shoulder just there, another clothesline, and right, so his hair, right, so we're going all the way up to like a spike right up here, okay? So we might as well start here. So it's like a spike here, and then we spike back, down, cross, down. And we're going to go all the way down to here. That's why I had to draw his body first. So spiking like so. So this one comes down this way, and we keep going in this fashion. Like that. And of course, there's like all hairlines, texture lines flowing down, just showing the directionality of his hair. So, you know, you don't need to be too precious about it. You just want to like flow it that way. You know, like some coming out here as well. Feel free to do it any way you want. And then spike coming out like so on that side, and then we keep going. Like so, and then this one comes down here. And line there. Texture lines, boom, like that. Right, and then we have those symbols on the front of his chest. So curve it around to a spike, like that. So it's like a circle with a little spike. It's like a comma, and then a circle inside, and then we do that again. So I'll do the inside circle. So if you do like a little circle here, a little circle here, here. So like going around like this. Another one there, and another one there. So you're going like around like that, across his chest. And then we'll draw that like comma or like a number 9 like shape around. Like so. You do that again. Around to there. And just keep doing that. You're just doing like a little circle. But instead of like closing off the circle, you're just bringing it out to a point, like that. Like so. And of course they're colored black inside. Okay, so of course he's got those orbs. So there's one like right above his head. I can't fit that one in, but I can fit 4 going around his body here. If you had something that was like the right size, you could like, that's probably a bit big. You could like trace around, you know. So I don't think I have that in here that's the right size. So I'll give it a go and draw a circle. So 1 here, right? So you're just gonna go around kind of like this. Okay, 1 there. And 1 here. So we try and just, you want it to be like the same width in all directions. So like there, so it should be there, and then like there. So then you kind of try and eyeball that. Drawing circles freehand is extremely difficult. So I think it's been debunked as an urban legend now, but Michelangelo, when he was asked by the Pope to do the Sistine Chapel, the Pope asked him to draw a circle freehand. And the Pope said, or Michelangelo did it, and the Pope said, alright, you got the job. So I don't think I would have got the job, but it's not bad. So there's 1 here as well, and 1 down here. So kind of that kind of thing, and then a good trick I've seen is like someone puts their hand down and like turns the paper. You just leave the pen in the same place and just rotate your paper to do it. Like so. Okay, I think that's the best I can do. So tricky with it to get the Renegan eyes because I've done them so small with a Sharpie, but I'm sure you should be using a pencil, so it'll be a lot easier for you. So anyway, I hope it was helpful, and as usual, thank you very much for watching. You rock. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.